Dan here again. Just wanted to tell you a little bit about how much money you can make with Uber. Some people make a lot of money, some people make very little. It's really up to you. You have to be, the key, honestly, it's just all statistics. You got to be in the right place at the right time. If you are continuously in places where there's a lot of traffic, a lot of people that need rides, then you'll continually make more money. And, you know, the bigger the city you're in, the more potential there is to make more money. The rates are slightly less in larger cities, actually. In smaller towns where there's not as many passengers, they lower the rates, or they raise the rates a little bit. So, you know, it evens out, but there's a lot more dead time in smaller towns. Like here in Lynchburg, Virginia, you know, when Uber first came here, the first day that Uber was announced here on the news, I was actually interviewed by Channel 13 News. It was back, you could look it up, Dan Dickens, Channel 13 News, Lynchburg, Virginia. It was in November of 2015. Anyways, you'll see me on there. Yeah, it was a story about the cab drivers and how much they hate Uber, and I didn't know that when I put my face up on there. But anyways, yeah, that's really all there is to it. You know, like in Lynchburg, it's $1.35 a mile currently, and 16 cents a minute. I don't keep all that. I keep 75%. You keep 75% of what you make with Uber, or what the fare is with Uber. So the number that you see when you drive, that comes up on your screen, like how much you made, that's the amount that it gets deposited into your account. So some weeks in Lynchburg, I've made, you know, I could make like $1,000, you know, at the right time, the right day, weekend. The most I ever made in one day in this area, I think, was like $350 in one evening. But you know, it fluctuates. If you just work, you know, just are logged in, you know, at nighttime, and you're not really in the middle of the city, or near the middle of the city, you're kind of out in the middle of nowhere. If you're out in the middle of nowhere, you might never get, you know, a ride. If you're like 20 minutes away from the closest highway, sorry, you're probably just not going to get any rides. But, you know, even if you're just a little bit outside of the city, there's people out there that need rides too, or in a really small town. You know, there'll be people that need rides. You can make some extra cash doing that. But if you want to, like, make a living doing it, you got to be where the people are, and you got to be there constantly. You can't, you know, just log in for like 3 hours a day, you know, while you're sitting at your house out in the county somewhere outside of the city, and expect to make a living doing that. It's just not going to happen. So anyways, in the big cities, you can make good money. There's a lot more options in bigger cities, you know, different vehicle types. You can register to drive. There's even Uber SUV in some places, where if you have a black luxury SUV that has leather or fake leather, vegan leather, interior, and it's the right kind of vehicle, you know, you can just go online and look up, you know, which vehicles suffice, like a Suburban or something like that. And it has to seat 6 people or more, you know, for Uber SUV. But it's basically like a luxury service. And like in Houston, I think you make like $4 or $5 a mile. In the normal Uber X, the normal Uber fare is like I don't know, 87 cents a mile, something like that. So, you know, there's a lot of other options. There's Uber Eats, you know, delivering food from places that don't normally deliver, like a Chinese food restaurant or whatever. So there's a lot of ways to make money. You just, the more you are in the right place at the right time for the people that want the right things, the more money you can make. Like, I've seen Uber SUV drivers take, you know, screenshots of their earnings for the week. It's like $1,500. So, you know, there's a lot of options. It's just a matter of what you're, you know, what you're into, what you are willing to put your time into, and all that, and how much work you want to do. But yeah, it's legit. You can make some good money. So anyways, I hope that helps. How much money can you make with Uber? There's actually a guy, it's in the Forbes, you know, on the Forbes website, an article of a guy. He makes like, what was it? He makes like $250,000 or $500,000 a year driving for Uber, but he's also selling jewelry while he's driving. So that's another option to make more money. So like something that I do, let me see, I'll try to turn it around right quick. Something I do, I raise money for a charity. Hopefully you can see that. Yeah, I sell like stuff in my car, like snacks and things, to raise money for charity. And I charge $2 per item, and $1 goes towards the material costs, and then the other $1 goes directly into charity. So anyways, that's what I do. Also, I sell advertising space. I have this tablet like I'm recording this video on right now. I have ad space on that I sell. So, and there's other people that already have it all set up, so you could just go and they pay you to have a screen in your car while you're driving around. There's also you can, depending on what service you do, like what Uber services you offer, like if you're doing like Uber Black or you're doing Uber SUV, you can't do this. But if you just have like a normal car like mine and you get your vehicle wrapped, if you're going to be driving Uber a lot, you can get your vehicle wrapped and make like several $100s a month, just because you're going to be putting a lot of miles on your car in high population areas. And there's a bunch of companies out there that would pay you a lot of money just to wrap your car, because you're already driving around and your car's already a potential billboard. So, and people, especially being an Uber driver, you're like, yeah, I'll be in the car wrapped with such and such company, blah, blah, blah. So anyways, yeah, that's the deal with that. There's a lot of other ways to make a little extra money, while you're doing Uber. So it's really, really, very flexible. Like I have my own company, Dickens Chickens, currently. Here's my business card. I keep my business cards in the vehicle. All right, this is a great opportunity if you do have a normal business and it doesn't require you to be there all the time. See, like Dickens Chickens, that's my business card, and I give my business card out to people, as I drive around. When I have the ad right on my tablet here, I have just kind of scrolls through, and it comes up, oh, Dickens Chickens, farm to table. They're like, oh wow, that's cool. What is that? I'm like, yeah, that's actually my company. That's what I do. I raise, chickens a certain way, blah, 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 do all the butchering, do it like, kosher style, with the Shakita blade, blah, 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 all that stuff. And they're like, oh, wow, that's great, it's great, where can I buy some? I'm like, well, you can buy some right now if you want to. I'll just run home and get it for you and, deliver it to your house today. So, there's a lot of ways to make extra money driving with Uber. Uber can purely just be a platform to make more money if you already have a business. So, feel free to do that. Uber doesn't, tell you, hey, don't make more money doing, selling stuff. They know about the stuff. Like the guy in Forbes magazine making like a ridiculous, retarded amount of money selling jewelry in his car. Like, yeah, they don't have any problem with that. He still drives for Uber. He actually he said in the article, you can go read it, he talked about how he was going to take the money that he made and buy more vehicles and have other Uber drivers, pay other Uber drivers to like sell his jewelry, so pretty cool. Anyways, all right, I hope that helps you guys. If you have any questions, please just contact me, and as usual, shalom. Uber Dan here with 3 quick tips. First, get your first Uber ride free by downloading the Uber app and entering this promo code for $15 off. 2, receive a $100 bonus for completing your first 30 rides when you register as an Uber driver through the link below. After that, just download the Uber driver app and get rolling. And C, I really genuinely want to help you out with this Uber stuff, so please subscribe, share, and leave me some feedback. Seriously, ask questions and tell me what you really want to see. As always, thank you, and shalom.